Yes. Hi, Ben.
Hey.
I've been having periodic episodes of bad headaches and nausea, which sometimes can last up to 2 days, and it usually occurs. I wake up with them. I go to bed feeling fine, and I wake up with them. And
do you wake up early?
Pardon me?
Do you wake up really early, or how early do you wake up?
Around 6:30.
Okay. That's not unusual if you're going to get a headache that you'd get it at that time of the day, because that's when your cortisol spikes. Now, would you say that's it sounds like a migraine. Have you been diagnosed that way?
No, I haven't. I haven't actually been. I've been just to a regular doctor, not a neurologist or anything like that. But
well, not much a neurologist
about migraines and stuff. Mine doesn't really fit that bill.
Okay, you don't have the visual thing, the
aura
they call. You don't have any of that stuff, and you don't know it's coming because you're sleeping. Do you ever get it during the day?
Exactly. I mean, if I wake up in the night, say to use the bathroom, if it's going to be there, all of a sudden I'll wake up with a bad headache.
Even you can wake up with a bad headache even before, say, 4 in the morning or 3 in the morning?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. All right. So a couple things. First of all, you don't just have headaches.
No, I realize that. I'm from
okay, good.
For a long time.
Okay, all right. You get that. That's a very important point, because you go to the neurologist, they're going to look at your head. Your problem's not in your head. Your problem is your body is under major distress. For this to occur at any time, but I assume it's happening somewhat frequently, correct?
Yeah, it used to be very infrequent, and it's becoming more frequent, maybe once a month now.
So you got to get to the bottom of this, all right? So there's 3 main systems. You've heard me say this a million times. There's 3 main systems involved in all chronic progressive health issues, including migraines or headaches and nausea, and that is the blood sugar system, the digestive system, and cortisol. So those are the 3 elements you're going to have to work with. Cortisol is the quickest way is the quickest of the 3 to resolve, and you can resolve it pretty darn quickly if you just do some slow, deep breathing. This is the power of slow, deep breathing. It will lower your cortisol quicker than anything else. Also hot water, which opens up blood vessels and facilitates breathing as well, or oxygenation as well. So anything you could do to improve oxygenation. Sit on the couch practicing slow, deep breathing, even in the middle, even when you wake up with a headache. Have you done that? Have you tried doing that?
And not when I've woken up. I've tried it during the day, yes.
Try it when you wake up. In fact, try it even when you don't have a headache when you wake up. Why? Because headaches are triggered by vasomotor symptoms, blood vessel symptoms, opening and closing of blood vessels. Vasomotor means opening and closing of blood vessels. And this is what triggers the headache. So headaches are triggered by dysfunction in opening and closing. Typically there's an opening and then there's a rebound closing. So oxygenation, one of the main things oxygenation does is it vasodilates. It opens up blood vessels. Does it make sense? You follow me?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so that'll work quickly. You want to be doing it throughout the day. You want to be doing it when you wake up in the morning healthy, and you definitely want to be doing it when you have a headache. Slowly is the operative word. Please do not do it too fast, because that will make matters worse. Deeply is also important. Into your belly. Make your whole body a lung. Into your belly. Belly goes out when you inhale, and it comes in when you exhale. And then thirdly, the rhythm is very, very important. Make sure you're getting into a nice, slow, even rhythm. This is where the body relaxes. A headache is the manifestation of overactive too much sympathetic nervous system activity, stress, emergency, whatever you want to call it. So we're calming the body down. Step number 1. Step number 2, you have to have 0 tolerance for sugars and anything that spikes blood sugar. Go ketogenic. Go coconut oil. In fact, you're a prime candidate for the ketogenic diet. And then thirdly, if there's any digestive distress, you want to link it to problem foods, and then eliminate those foods. Hang on, we'll finish up when we come back. All right, David? Talking to David in California, and anybody else out there who's got chronic headaches or headaches with nausea or migraine headaches or menstrual headaches connected to the menstrual cycle. And those, by the way, are the two major reasons why people get headaches, are the hormone estrogen, which is linked to the digestive system, and the hormone insulin, which is linked to blood sugar, also the digestive system. Yes, estrogen issues need to be considered to be digestive issues because of the relationship between estrogen in the liver and estrogen in bile and estrogen in probiotics and estrogen in the intestine and estrogen pancreas and estrogen in the stomach as well. David, you there?
Yes.
All right, a couple things. First of all, we talked about breathing. We talked about stabilizing the blood sugar. Piece number 3, the last piece of the puzzle, is work on digestive symptoms. I can almost guarantee you that you've got something percolating in your digestive tract. Some kind of food allergies, food intolerances. Go by your bowel movements, runny stools, or constipation, both. Go by gas, bloating, heartburn, etc. And then eliminate foods associated with those symptoms. And then make sure you're using probiotics and good bacteria, as well as vegetable fiber. You know, if you've listened to this program, you know the drill. One last piece of the puzzle, though, one last thing to say is pregnenolone. Can have a very nice calming effect on the body and can be very helpful for anybody dealing with headaches, chronic headaches, or migraine. Migraine headaches also, because this is called because of the estrogen relationship. Remember, pregnenolone balances out estrogen, as does progesterone.
How do you get pregnenolone? I mean, is it
off the internet?
Or?
Yeah, it's a supplement. Just get it off the internet. Google pregnenolone, 100 milligrams a day. Worst thing that will happen is it'll make you a little tired. That's about all. Progesterone cream may help you. DHEA, you've heard of that, I'm sure. That might help you. DHEA, maybe 10 milligrams a day. Let's see if there's anything else I want to tell you. I think that's sticking in my mind here.
Youngevity products, which I take a fair amount.
Healthy Star Pack, Fucoid Z, Ultimate Selenium, and Nightly Essence. And the Nightly Essence. Don't forget your Nightly Essence. That's super important. You might want to try the Ultimate Niacin. That's got some vasodilating, blood vessel opening properties, and it's also help you with your blood sugar if you got any issues there. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 60.
And are you on any medication?
No.
They didn't give you any drugs. Well, it's a good thing you didn't go to a neurologist because you would have gotten.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't wanted to, but I mean, I just,
you don't need one. You don't need a neurologist.
Kind of getting over one of those, and it's almost like a 2-day affair now. And with this kind of hangover afterwards.
That's awful. That's awful.
Like what happened, you know.
Are you doing BTT? Make sure you do extra BTT when you have that hangover.
Yeah, I do. I take it twice a day.
And do extra and sip it throughout the day when you have that headache. See if you can link foods that you ate before you went to bed or, you know, in the afternoon, whenever.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that now.
See if there's a connection there. Absolutely. And then I would be going ketogenic for sure, and I would actually be doing a 2 or 3 day fast for sure, just to clear the decks. And you may find, if you find that when you fast your headaches go away, that's going to be a really good piece of information for you.
Yeah, that would be worth it.
Will you let me know?
In the middle of it, you're
let me know
anyway because you don't feel like eating.
Well, that's good, but you want to catch it before. You don't want to have to deal with it.
Yeah, right.
So let me know. Well, yeah, I appreciate it if you let me know. Either send me an email, ben@ksco.com, or call us back. I'd like to know what you find out, and we can help some folks.
Yeah, I'm on listening to your radio, the KSCO. That's what I listen to you on it as it is. So.
No, my email is ksco.com, ben@ksco.
No, I know that, but I mean, KSCO is a station I listen to you on.
Okay. Are you in Santa Cruz?
Yeah.
All right, good. You listen to KSCO?
I heard you, I once saw you speak at, it was a couple, 2 or 3 years ago. Okay,
cool. So I'm sure I'll recognize you if I see you again. I'll be out there in Santa Cruz hopefully in the next few months.
Oh, good.
I love Santa Cruz.
Definitely go and listen to you. You put on quite a good presentation.
I appreciate that. And by the way, Santa Cruz is so awesome. My home away from home, I have to say. And
I would never argue with you about that.
It's just a beautiful, wonderful place. And you know what the best part about Santa Cruz is? And it's not the weather, I'll tell you that. The best part about Santa Cruz is the people. They're smart, they're interesting, they're they're thoughtful people, and it's just a pleasure to go out to Santa Cruz.
I would never. The only drawback to Santa Cruz these days is the traffic. Everybody wants to.
And the traffic sucks. That is definitely true. The traffic's awful.
Sure,
all right, David. Be good.
Thank you very much.
All right. Good to talk to you. Love Santa Cruz. Absolutely love Santa Cruz. All right, 844-236-6010. Carl, the Truth Raider. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
I got a couple things to talk about really quick here. We're running out of time here, but to touch on that subject of migraines, apparently the subject there is suffering from. A lot of it's due to potassium, magnesium, iodine, selenium, and certain other type of nutrients and electrolyte deficiencies.
No kidding. Thank you, Carl. That's definitely true. I completely agree with that.
So
you mentioned something. Yeah, you mentioned iodine. People don't realize iodine's a very important brain health nutrient. Everybody thinks about it for the thyroid, but one of the major signs of iodine deficiency in pregnant moms is something called cretinism, where you get babies who have insufficient brain development. So iodine is one of the most important supplements for a pregnant mom to be taking for her baby's brain, and also babies should be getting not necessarily supplemental iodine, but if mom is getting iodine as a supplement, it'll come out in the breast milk. Babies should be getting making sure your baby gets enough iodine as well through breast milk. Of course, that's the way to do it. So that's a good point. Thank you for raising that up. Carl, what's going on? Is that what you want to say, or something else?
Well, no, I have something to talk about, but it segues into the subject I want to speak about. It's also possibly that the individual's probably, you didn't ask him if he happens to drink wine or any type of alcoholic spirits. That also triggers migraines as well.
Do you get migraines?
Not very often, but when I do, I double up on, believe it or not, I take Concord grape juice. And
that helps the migraine?
Within a few hours, or minutes up to a few hours, it turns from the pain all over the body to like a warmth into like a pressure, and then the pulsating, and then it disappears.
What proof is your grape juice?
Just using it each and every time.
No. What proof? How much alcohol is in the grape juice?
Well, none.
No?
Well,
I thought it was special grape juice.
It's got tons of sugar in it, and sugar does convert into alcohol. That is true.
Well, I don't know necessarily about that, but here's the thing. What you may be experiencing is hypoglycemia migraine headaches or headaches that are associated with low blood sugar.
Right.
And sometimes, and I forgot, actually, that's a good point, Dave. I forgot to mention that to Dave. Low blood sugar can trigger a migraine headache. Hey, Dave, if you're listening, you may be noticing the effects of low blood sugar, so maybe a little bit of protein before you go to bed. Anybody who's dealing with things like waking up quickly in the middle of the night, or waking up in the middle of the night and not being able to go back to sleep, or even perhaps migraines or headaches when you wake up, may be dealing with the effects of low blood sugar. During the night, our body is doing its chemistry. It's doing business, so it's using sugar. And if you don't have any sugar in your system, you're going to go into low blood sugar hypoglycemia states in the middle of the night or first thing or early in the morning, and that can create a problem. So having a little bit of protein before you go to bed, a little bit, say bone broth protein or some easy to digest protein, fish or a bone soup, or just a little bit before you go to bed. That can help you if you're one of those folks that wakes up in the middle of the night and can't go back to sleep, or if you're listening, Dave, that might help you with your migraines.